Good evening. I'm Will Brazington. I have the honor of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of the Clemson Alumni Association. And I'd like to welcome each of you to this very special occasion. Our university was founded because of Thomas Green Clemson's desire to provide, as he put it, an additional light to the world. Tonight, we gather to recognize a group of outstanding individuals who personify that light to the world that Mr. Clemson envisioned. For each of them personifies selfless service, an inspirational work ethic, and a giving. Please refer to your program to read about the many significant achievements and contributions of these amazing members of our beloved Clemson family. For this evening's celebration, we are honored to have with us many of the recipients' friends and family members, along with special guests and university leaders. We'd like to thank members of our Board of Trustees who are here with us, one of whom is an honoree this evening, but I understand Trustee Ronnie Lee is also joining us tonight. Trustee Lee, thank you, not only for your attendance, but for your leadership. I'd also like to recognize the members of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors who are with us today. Your leadership is essential to all that we do, and if you would please stand to be recognized, I thank you in advance for doing so. I'd like to also recognize our Vice President for Advancement, Brian O'Rourke, for his steady leadership. Brian, thank you in the back. We have President Emeritus and his wonderful wife, Marcia. President Emeritus Jim Barker and Marcia Barker, thank y'all for being here. And we have many other university administrators and leaders in the room tonight. They, of course, would not miss such an opportunity to recognize and celebrate some of Clemson's very best. My apologies if I failed to call your name to recognize you, but we appreciate you being here and appreciate all you do for our beloved alma mater. It is now my high honor to introduce the two-time Clemson graduate who is leading Clemson University, Dr. Bob Jones. Dr. Bob Jones earned his bachelor degree in 1979 in forest management and his master's degree in 1981 in forestry. His doctorate in forest ecology is from Syracuse, but note that even then he went to a school that has orange as its primary color. A wise man. In 2014, Dr. Jones returned to Clemson to become the university's first executive vice president for academic affairs and its provost. And after more than a decade of impactful leadership in that role, he was ready to retire. However, the Board of Trustees had something else in mind, and they have asked him to serve as our interim president during the presidential search that is underway. And being an ever loyal and faithful alumnus, he, of course, agreed, and we are glad for that. Dr. Jones, thank you for your long-standing commitment to Clemson, and we look forward to your comments. Would you join me here on the stage at the podium, please, sir?
Thank you, Will. Good evening, and go Tigers. All right, and thank you all for being here tonight at this very special award ceremony. I want to give my heartfelt thanks to Deb Conklin for her leadership as chair of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors, and to Will Brazington for his service as the Chief Executive Officer of the Alumni Association. Let's give them a round of applause. And thank you, Zoe Ayers, the Young Alumni Council President who's in the house. Where are you, Zoe? Thank you very much for your help tonight. And also the President of the Student Alumni Council, Carly Rivetti. Thank you very much. And of those guests that were alluded to earlier from Will, I understand that one of them, President Barker, this might be his birthday. And of course, a round of applause for you and me for all the leadership of the boards. We have almost every board conceivable at Clemson University here tonight. The Alumni Association Board, the Clemson University Foundation Board. We have Board of Visitors, the IPTE Board. We have Board of Trustees here today, the President's Advisory Board, and several of our college boards and other leadership boards. Think of the talent and all those people and the volunteer work that they do and the impact that they have on this institution. I want to thank each and every one of you for your leadership and your support. And thanks for all the volunteer leaders for your dedication and service to Clemson and greeting us at the door and making this a really, really nice event. And special thanks to our amazing Alumni Association for excellent work that they keep doing to keep our alumni engaged. We all know it's one of the very best in the country, and sometimes we forget about that. It's one of the very best in the country. You're preserving our traditions, which are important to the Clemson experience for everybody, our students, our staff, our faculty, and of course our alumni. And you do this job exceedingly well. We have repeatedly ranked among the best in the country. And even though I might be a little bit biased as a two-time Clemson alum, I do believe Clemson has the best. All of you have seen the meteoric rise of the reputation and impact of this institution over the past few decades. And we've got a lot of national accolades. We have many top rankings. Best public university in South Carolina, best college athletics, best honors college, best career services, best college for future leaders of 2026. That's just a few things. I have a list. It's a mile long of accolades that this institution has. I'm very, very proud. And our rankings are a testament to our alignment with Thomas Green Clemson's vision for our university to be a high seminary of learning and to meet our unique land-grant mission of education, research, and service to the state of South Carolina and beyond. Together, we continue to build on our more than 136-year foundation that we are all very, very proud of. Clemson is a place where our students are able to grow into leaders of tomorrow. We're going to see abundance and examples of that tonight. We are celebrating their success. And let us not forget that our successes are not just because we have a large number of dedicated volunteers, not just because we have dedicated faculty and staff. It's because we all share a common vision and work together well. The fact that you support our faculty and staff as well as our students is very important. Together, we are building a better Clemson and a better future for all. And before we recognize our newest Distinguished Service Award and Roaring 10 recipients this evening, I want to recognize those who have received these honors in the past. If you received a Distinguished Service Award or were a Roaring 10 recipient in years past, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you. The Distinguished Service Award is the highest honor that can be given to an alum by the Clemson Alumni Association. It symbolizes and recognizes alumni who have gone above and beyond serving in their communities, industry, and serving Clemson with great distinction. I am humbled and honored to be in the same room as our previous and current award recipients. You each have loved and served Clemson for many years, and you've made a significant impact on our dear alma mater. In tonight's program, you can read about the many accomplishments and accolades of our newest recipients, and clearly, they are Clemson history makers. Each is deserving of this award and of having their names added to our impressive list of distinguished alumni and Clemson leaders. Each has led by example, showing future generations of Tigers that they can make an impact in the lives of those around them for generations to come through dedication, their commitment, and service to others. And they are role models for our young alumni who will also be recognized tonight. The Roaring 10 is a recognition of the 10 outstanding young leaders who serve and excel in their respective communities and professions, exemplifying our core values such as honesty, integrity, and respect. Our honorees were nominated and selected by members of the Young Alumni Council. It speaks volumes when peers acknowledge your work and want to uplift and recognize you. And this is exactly why we have honors such as these. It's amazing what our Roaring 10 have achieved in many different ways within a short time after graduating from Clemson. This year's and previous year's Roaring 10 include leaders in education, in science and technology, engineering, and more, and those who are serving our country through the military and serving in many other ways, and all of them setting examples for all Tigers to follow. I'm incredibly grateful for their dedication and impact. To all of our honorees tonight and the friends and family who are present here to celebrate, I want you to know that Clemson University is very proud of our distinguished alumni and Roaring 10 honorees. May your lights continue to shine bright and your impact reach far and wide. We are grateful that you have remained engaged and invested in Clemson's success. Thank you, congratulations, and go Tigers.
Each year, the Young Alumni Council bestows the Roaring 10 distinction upon 10 outstanding alumni nominated within 10 years of receiving their degrees who exemplify Clemson's core values of honesty, integrity, and respect. Tonight's honorees have demonstrated these core values by making profound impacts in business, leadership, community, educational, and philanthropic endeavors. I will ask each of them to stand and to please remain standing as I say their name. Dr. Crystal Megan P. Bowman, class of 2018. Dr. Katie Britton, classes of 2014, 2018, and 2025. Well done, Katie. Jessica Egan, class of 2019. Hannah Elgin, classes of 2016 and 2023. Shannon Kay, class of 2016. Captain Aaron Page Pennell, class of 2017. Tracy Sandifer, classes of 2016 and 2018. Kaylee Emma Seawright, classes of 2014 and 2019. Joshua Lindell Smith, class of 2017. Parker A. Tilley, class of 2019. Congratulations to each of you. You may be seated. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure, along with Young Alumni Council President Zoe Ayers, Interim President Jones, and Student Alumni Council President Carly Rivetti, to recognize each Roaring 10 honoree, highlighting their dedication to their industry, their community, and their alma mater. Our first honoree is Dr. Crystal P. Bowman of West Palm Beach, Florida, who has a 2018 bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from Clemson and a 2024 doctorate from Virginia Tech. As an external affairs manager with Integer Technologies, she is particularly focused in workforce development issues associated with federal grants and on building bridges between industry and academia. Crystal has served as a panelist for Clemson's Women's Roundtable and has participated in STEM All In, a collaborative program designed to encourage top students to pursue graduate education at Clemson. Congratulations, Crystal. We congratulate you on receiving the Roaring 10. Our next honoree is Dr. Katie Britton, an Easley resident who has 3 Clemson degrees, as you heard earlier, a 2014 Bachelor's in Special Education, a 2018 Master's in Educational Leadership, and a 2026 Doctorate in Education Systems Improvement Science. In 2021, she assumed her current role as an instructional technology coach in the school district of Pickens County. She is the founding president of the Clemson Education Alumni Council and has held leadership roles in the Clemson University Education Consortium. She is also a former member of the Clemson track team. Congratulations, Katie. We're proud of you. This evening's next honoree is Jessica Egan of Lexington, who has a 2019 Clemson Bachelor's degree in Environmental and Natural Resources. As a student, Jessie began working in the Clemson office of the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, and after graduation, she advanced through the agency into her current leadership role in enhancing conservation efforts and awareness statewide. Jessie is a speaker, a mentor, and a role model for high school students during a career and leadership development program held at Clemson each summer in partnership with the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. She's also the 2025 recipient of the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences Young Alumni Award. Jessie, we congratulate you. Keep up the great work. Next is Hannah Elgin of Seneca, who has a 2016 Clemson Bachelor's degree in Sociology, as well as a 2023 Clemson MBA. As Executive Director of People, Culture, and Equal Opportunity at Adler University, she leads human resources strategy and operations across campuses in Chicago and Vancouver, as well as online. She began her professional career here at Clemson, joining the Human Resources Department after co-leading premium seating and hospitality operations for IPTE. She is the past president of the Young Alumni Council and an advisor to the Clemson Finance Club. Hannah, we congratulate you on receiving the Roaring 10. This evening's next honoree is Shannon Kay of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Shannon is a former Clemson undergraduate student body president who earned her bachelor's degree in industrial engineering in 2016. She's a co-founder of Topline Pro, a highly successful company that empowers home service entrepreneurs to grow their businesses by using AI tools. Shannon shares her expertise with aspiring entrepreneurs at Harvard, at the Stevens Institute of Technology, and across the broader Boston tech community. For Clemson, she is one of the most active volunteers for the Honors College and the National Scholars Program. Shannon, welcome back home and congratulations on receiving the Roaring 10. Our next honoree is Captain Aaron Pennell of Pendleton, who has Clemson bachelor's degrees from 2017 in both political science and economics, not 2017 bachelor's degrees. Double check my notes here. She served active duty deployment stretching from Virginia to Texas to Qatar in the Middle East before becoming an instructor in Clemson's Air Force ROTC program in 2023. She has helped Detachment 770 grow from 135 to 190 cadets and earned distinction as the leading Air Force ROTC unit in the state of South Carolina. She advises several military-affiliated student groups and co-created and led a mentorship event for more than 50 college women. Congratulations, Aaron. We thank you for the great work you're doing, and we're proud to recognize you with our Roaring 10 Award. Next is Tracy Sandifer of Charlotte, who has a 2016 Clemson bachelor's degree in psychology and a 2018 Clemson MBA. Now an enterprise account manager for Cisco Systems, she previously held posts with the company in Houston and Chicago, and she has earned numerous performance recognitions, including multiple Cisco Achiever Awards. And as president of Clemson's MBA Alumni Council since 2023, Tracy has helped expand opportunities for alumni to connect with, mentor, and support current students. Tracy, we congratulate you. Keep up the great work. Our next honoree this evening is Kaylee Seawright of Charleston, who has 2 mechanical engineering degrees from Clemson, a 2014 bachelor's and a 2019 master's. Kaylee assumed her current role with Boeing in 2022, supporting the company's South Carolina Delivery Center as a custom engineering delivery account manager for the 787 Dreamliner. She also leads the company's focus on collaboration with Clemson to facilitate student recruitment and engagement. Yet another former undergraduate student body president, Kaylee has served on the Alumni Association's board of directors as well as the Young Alumni Council. Kaylee, you keep doing great things and making us proud. We congratulate you on receiving the Roaring 10. Next is Joshua Smith of White Plains, Maryland, who earned his bachelor's degree in mathematical sciences from Clemson in 2017. Joshua is a certified professional management professional with Accenture, where he oversees large-scale projects, manages proposal responses valued up to $1 billion, and mentors new professionals. While earlier working with Deloitte, he helped expand the firm's Clemson recruiting pipeline by 10%. Through the Chi Zeta chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, he has helped to raise more than $1 million for 3 scholarship endowments here at Clemson. Joshua, congratulations. We're proud of you. And ladies and gentlemen, our final Roaring 10 honoree this evening is Parker Tilley of Atlanta, who has a 2019 Clemson bachelor's degree in both accounting and financial management. After graduation, Parker joined Truist Securities, where he is now an investment-grade syndicated financial associate and actively recruits Clemson students for internships and full-time positions. His many contributions to Clemson include in establishing the Parker A. Tilley Endowed Scholarship for the Powers College of Business and a companion annual scholarship. Parker, congratulations. Thank you for all that you continue to do. Such an outstanding and impressive group of Clemson alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in one more round of applause for our newest Roaring 10 honorees. As President Jones said earlier in his remarks, the Distinguished Service Award is the Alumni Association's highest honor. It recognizes the association's commitment to recognize and to celebrate how Clemson alumni make a positive difference in their communities, in their profession, and for our university. Tonight's honorees have been trailblazers, innovators, and leaders in many different arenas. They have served tirelessly as board members, officers, and volunteers in numerous charitable organizations, helping to improve the quality of life in their communities and beyond. It is a privilege to recognize the exemplary service of these distinguished members of the Clemson family. Would each of them please stand for recognition when I call your name? James Rhett Hendricks, Jr., class of 1968. Whit Ariane Langstaff, Jr., class of 1975. Patricia Patty Maccabee, honorary alumna, class of 2003. Dr. Boyd Hobson Parr, class of 1976. Harrison F. Hack Trammell, class of 1978. Congratulations to each of you. We will now see a brief video featuring each honoree, after which Deb Conklin, chair of the Alumni Association's Board of Directors, Interim President Jones, and Carly Ravetti, President of the Student Alumni Council, will present each honoree with the Distinguished Service Award. Our first honoree of the evening is Jim Hendricks.
My name is Jim Hendricks. I studied civil engineering starting in 1964 as a rat. And then after 2 years in the Army, I came back to Clemson and got a master's degree in water resources engineering. Clemson has always been a part of me. My father graduated in 1937. From the time I could remember, we would come here to get ice cream. When I was a senior in high school, I had a choice. The Vietnam War was beginning to ramp up, and I knew I wanted to go into engineering. In that context, we had 4 years to finish, and then you were subject to the draft. and ended up here at Clemson. One of the things that happened in Vietnam, I think, was I really learned how to be independent. I can remember one day I was sitting before a major, and he looked at me, and I gave him my tale of woe, all the excuses I could think of because things weren't going well. And he looked at me and he said, "Lieutenant, go do something." And so I took that to heart. And I'll be honest with you, that's been part of my life ever since. That is, if there's an issue, a problem, go after it. Time I spent here, the education that I got opened up doors and allowed me to embrace opportunities that I would never have dreamed of because of just the ethic that I had picked up and learned as I had gone through, starting at Clemson. You can get through some tough times, and that's what they were preparing me for, those tough professors. And they prepared me to take advantage of those things that came my way and those things that I was able to dream and grasp. I got back from Vietnam on the 4th of July in 1970, and I had a job in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'd been home about a day. My mother said, "Before you go, you need to read this letter from this professor." And there was a gentleman named Dr. Ben Dysart, and he said, "Before you go back to work, why don't you come up here and visit me? You might like our program." So I did. He started talking about starting up the environmental program here at Clemson, and the program was wonderful. It was a mixture of things I loved, which are hydrology and river basin planning, but the environmental movement was just beginning. I got to Duke Energy by coming back to graduate school, and Duke Power at that time was building Oconee Nuclear Station. I had the opportunity to help write the second environmental report ever written for a nuclear station in the United States. We didn't have a whole lot of data, but we took the data and we put it together. And then later in my career, one of the pinnacle points was being able to take 50,000 acres around Jocassee and move that into conservation, where the state of South Carolina owns a part of it, the state of North Carolina owns a part of it, and the Forest Service owns a part of it. And this took from working in the early 80s into the late 90s, and we were able to put something together that'll stand for the ages. I would say to young engineers, get your foot in the door. Always be true to yourself. You can make wonderful changes inside the corporation you're working with or the agency you're working with. You can help make change in a positive way.
Those who nominated Jim for the Distinguished Service Award described him as a man of faith who loves his family, his friends, Clemson, and his country. One of his supporters emphasized his humility, saying, "One of the best things about Jim is that all of his successes, triumphs, and accomplishments have not changed him. He was always just Jim." Another friend wrote, "Jim is a proud graduate and represented Clemson University well wherever he went through his professional life, his community service, and certainly his church." Jim, would you please come forward? Jim, on behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association and your fellow Tigers, we present to you the 2026 Distinguished Service Award. Jim, thank you for being an incredible example of impactful service. Our next honoree is Whit Langstaff.
My name is Whit Langstaff. I came to Clemson in 1970 and I graduated with a BS degree in forestry in 1975. My wife Beth and I currently live in Greenville, South Carolina, We moved to Greenville about 5 years ago to be closer to family, particularly to our 3 amazing grandchildren, 2 of whom, Jack and Kate Merrill, live in Greenville, and our other granddaughter, Ren, lives with her parents in Atlanta. Beth and I have been married for 48 years. She certainly has been a partner in all of my accomplishments and my contributions to Clemson. Beth did not go to Clemson, but she's been a Tiger her whole life. Started as an Auburn Tiger before becoming a Clemson Tiger. When I came to Clemson, I did want to participate in sports if I could. So while we were down here on our initial visit, I did talk with folks in the athletic department, and the track coach was very receptive and let me join the team as a pole vaulter. A couple weeks after I had that visit, he called and offered me a partial scholarship, so that sort of sealed the deal, and I was Clemson bound. My blood is pretty orange. Starting from coming here without knowing anyone or having any connection, it's been amazing to reflect back on how that has grown. One of my biggest takeaways from my years at Clemson are the friends that I made here. My best friends today, a large majority of them were people that I've met either while I was a student here or working on the various volunteer roles that I've served. So I think definitely my commitment to Clemson is built around the friendships. Growing up in Kingsport, Tennessee, we were sort of in that mountainous area. From an early age, being outdoors, whether hiking, trout fishing, whatever, was my getaway, my refuge. As I got into my career, I still looked for ways to spend time in the mountains or outdoors, and got involved in working with land trusts, particularly out of Asheville. If you got something that you care about and you get involved in it, you'll have lots of opportunities to do that. So I joined the board of the Southern Appalachian Highlands Conservancy and agreed to serve as president. It basically was protecting the kind of places that I love spending time in. After I started my own business, I did have a lot more control over my time, more flexibility, and at that point, I did get more involved, starting by being a member of the Alumni National Council, and then agreed to serve as president. In that capacity, you not only are involved in all the alumni activities, but also serve as a member representing the alumni on the foundation board, on the IPTE board, and you really get to know what the goals are, what the priorities are, what the challenges are. Before I knew it, I was a resource for the alumni relations staff and development board, doing training sessions and doing some individual coaching and doing the same with the Business and Behavioral Science College, as it was known at the time. What makes a really good volunteer role is one in which you can use something that you have experience in and help in some way. If you have something that you really care about and it's something that you can do, it makes a very satisfying way to contribute as a volunteer.
Whit has been called the embodiment of the values of excellence, leadership, and service that define Clemson. One of his nominators conveyed that sentiment with these words: "In every aspect of his life and career, Whit represents the highest ideals of Clemson University." Another wrote, "Whit is all Clemson and all about doing all he can to support the students and the good that Clemson and its mission bring into the world." Whit, would you please come forward? Whit, on behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association and your fellow Tigers, we present to you the 2026 Distinguished Service Award. Whit, thank you for the service that you have given to your community, the environment, and especially Clemson and its students. Our next honoree is Patty Maccabee.
My name is Patty Maccabee. My first connection to Clemson was as a young child when my uncle, who was a Clemson graduate, took me to a football game. That was so exciting. From my hometown of Ware Shoals to a Clemson University football game was a very exciting thing. So not long after I married and moved to McCormick, I realized that there were no arts in that small community. So I started thinking about what I could do to help contribute to the arts community and to make that more available to people. I formed an arts council that was a multidisciplinary council to really open up the arts to the community. I got my start in fundraising by meeting the needs of that arts council through fundraising. Well, the reason that arts continues to be such a part of my life and the driving force behind why arts are a part of what I do is the creativity. Seeing the human creativity play out in different art forms, different disciplines is very rewarding. It gets me off the couch to see other organizations bringing that out in so many people. So I feel that staying involved in the arts, I'm able to enable others to have their creativity displayed. I think creativity is the diversity that brings us all together. So I knew a lot about Clemson through family members that were students and alums. As I grew into a family of my own and got more into my community involvement, I knew that I wanted to give part of my life to service. So I decided to offer myself for service as a trustee at Clemson. Being a member of the Board of Trustees at Clemson is the most stimulating, invigorating, and satisfying and fulfilling part of my life outside my family and my faith. Spending time tackling big problems and big opportunities with the other people I serve with on the Board of Trustees and the presidents and the administration gives me a strong sense of service, of participating, being a part of something bigger than me. Every year that goes by, I think I'm more excited about serving than I was last year, and how can that be? Clemson does so many things for so many people. There are never enough dollars to cover all of the needs that Clemson has today and for its goals for the future. So it's important for me to give resources to help Clemson. Every student comes with needs. To be able to help them in their journey is part of what drives me. Clemson means a lot to me, for my family, for what I give. But I see Clemson as a bigger family and part of the fiber of our state, part of the fiber of our country. I can't imagine life without Clemson.
Patty is widely recognized for her servant leadership and her unwavering commitment to Clemson. One admirer described Patty's impact this way: in every space where she serves, Patty carries with her the best of Clemson: academic rigor, moral clarity, and a deep-rooted commitment to service. This observation was shared by another advocate. Patty is a dedicated supporter of all things Clemson, especially the visual arts. Further, Patty's dedication has been an inspiration for me. Her work and encouragement have been vital to the core of Clemson University and the progress we are making. Patty, would you please come forward? Patty, on behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association and your fellow Tigers, we present to you the 2026 Distinguished Service Award. thank you once more for your service to Clemson and to so many communities across South Carolina, Patty. Our next honoree is Dr. Boyd Parr.
My name is Boyd Parr. Grew up in Newberry, South Carolina. I am the son of a Clemson graduate. I am a Clemson graduate, and I am the father of a Clemson graduate. My childhood growing up is a lot of hard work, and I'd say it shaped who I am. You live in the country, there's always something to do, there's work to do, and the part that I loved was the cows. So I grew up milking, getting awakened at 3:30 in the morning when somebody had too wild a weekend and didn't show up to milk, to get up and go milk the cows. And so I just had a natural affinity for the cows. My path to Clemson was pretty direct and almost assumed, and also by me, which is dangerous to do these days. My time at Clemson may have been short, but it's very, very meaningful. Power of the paw is something we talk about in the Clemson family, and we certainly all believe in, but my experiences have shown me that that's even more powerful than many of us know. Everywhere I go, somebody says, "Go Tigers," or stops and has a conversation about saying that. Clemson's land-grant mission did empower a lot of the opportunities that I had nationally. Clemson supported me in doing that with the same philosophy that I had, that was serving South Carolina, for us to be at the table as decisions were being made, our issues were being heard, and we also were able to have an understanding of how it impacted others, and that informed the decisions we made here in South Carolina. To me, if you're going to be a part of something, you need to be a part of something, and you need to participate, and you need to be active, and if you see a problem, you need to try to help make it better. If you want to reap the benefits of living in a community, you need to help shape it to be better and for the benefit of others. After I retired, for the first year, I did a little bit of consulting work, with some preliminary work. When Provost Jones called and asked me to co-chair the steering committee for the College of Veterinary Medicine, I didn't feel like I could say no. It was too important to my profession, it was too important to the state of South Carolina, and too important for Clemson. If we were going to do this, it needed to be done right, and they needed a veterinarian. And to have Tim Businger as co-chair, who had been dean of Auburn's vet school and had been helping Clemson a lot, it made a perfect pairing, so I felt I couldn't turn that down. The College of Veterinary Medicine, the need for that in South Carolina, for decades we have had a shortage of food animal veterinarians in rural areas. Most people think about cats and dogs, which is a very important role in the largest segment, but the veterinary profession is so broad, and they're involved in One Health, public health, food safety, in addition to just the individual animal care. South Carolina is among the fastest growing per capita state in the nation. We've had very good partners in University of Georgia, Mississippi State, and Tuskegee, but students tend to stay where they go to school. And so we want more of our students back. And so we're hoping to create a college that prepares them to do everything, any phase that they feel led to do, but also elevates the nobility of the rural and the farm animal service. What's important in life is find something you're passionate about. You need to find an area you love, and then you can be successful. Just chasing money will not fulfill you. You need to be fulfilled by thinking you're making a difference and finding something you enjoy. Money is an elusive goal, and fulfillment is found in other places.
Boyd is considered to be one of Clemson's most effective ambassadors and most respected role models. In the words of multiple nominators, his career-long example serves as a bridge between generations of Clemson Tigers, cultivating a legacy of engagement and support that strengthens the Clemson family. Another advocate cited Boyd's humility and wisdom, noting that Dr. Parr is the same person if he is wearing coveralls or a suit and tie. He brings great wisdom to the barn and to the boardroom. Boyd, would you please come forward? Boyd, on behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association and your fellow Tigers, we present to you the 2026 Distinguished Service Award. Boyd, thank you for your devotion and service to so many and to Clemson. Our evening's final honoree is Hack Trammell.
I'm Hack Trammell, a 1978 graduate of Clemson and was an accounting major. My greatest memory of Clemson was a management class in my junior year. I would come in, sit at the back of the room, and there was this really pretty girl who came in as the bell was ringing. A few months later, someone was going to help set us up with a blind date. It wasn't a blind date for me, but it was for her, thankfully. She turned out to be my wife, Cheryl. We've now been married 45 years. That's a great management class. My time at Clemson helped set me on a right path, particularly with my accounting degree. I did that for 6 years after graduation, working for a public accounting firm, and then that moved me into a career in healthcare. What drew me back to Clemson? Well, my brother called me one day and said Clemson University Foundation is going to hire their first president and CEO. I'm going to send you the job description. I said, that sounds great. So I looked at the job description, took it to Cheryl, just said, look at this. This is interesting. Her immediate response was, you're going to take that job. It was just something that was meant to be because it leveraged my experiences, but it also fed my love for the university. The Trammell family is a Clemson family. Cheryl and I both attended, as well as my sister and brother. Our 4 children came to Clemson. 3 of them met their loves and their spouses here at Clemson. And it's a wonderful thing on a football Saturday that we all like to convene and enjoy not only Clemson football, but what it means to be family. And that's really important to us. It was my tremendous privilege to be able to work through not one but 2 campaigns. The Will to Lead campaign earlier in my career was the first time I think a South Carolina university had raised over $1 billion. And to work closely with the development staff, really focused on how we could improve Clemson and lead it to something greater. And near the end of my career, on the quiet phase of the Fiercely Forward campaign, we were able to engage with development, make sure our business model for the foundation allowed more resources to be provided to them so we could reach more donors and partner with them in growing funds for Clemson. When someone talks to me about why should I give back, I pull them back to what has Clemson meant to you? What can it mean to others? And in terms of how to start with something you love. Find your passion. There's so many things that can be life-giving. And if you have to start small, start small. Who knows where it can go? What does Clemson mean to me? Well, it's home. It's family. It's the place that gives me joy. I love it.
One of Hack's nominators summarized his remarks by saying, Hack is the definition of a Clemson gentleman. Hack has certainly earned that distinction through his many years of selfless loyalty and service to his alma mater. Another nominator shared, I can think of very few people who have had the enduring impact on Clemson as Hack Trammell. And an additional supporter wrote, there is no doubt in my mind that Clemson is a better place due to the commitment to Clemson that Hack has shown. Hack, would you please come forward? Hack, on behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association and your fellow Tigers, we're pleased to present you with the 2026 Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations, Hack. Thank you for all you do for others and for Clemson. Ladies and gentlemen, one last and final round of applause for all of this evening's honorees, please. Thank you. Thank you. And now it is my honor to invite Deb Conklin, the chair of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors, to conclude this evening's program. Last year, through an incredible act of philanthropy, she made possible the traditional and dinner ring statues and the Conklin Ring Gallery that reside at our Neary Family Alumni and Visitors Center. The Conklin Ring Gallery, this interactive display, houses our complete historical collection of Clemson rings dating all the way back to the inaugural ring from 1896. And it also operates as a living guest book of sorts, allowing alumni to commemorate their visit by signing their name alongside with their degree and class year. And then earlier this year, she became the first One Clemson cornerstone donor by committing significant financial resources that impact both our athletics program and the student experience at Clemson. In addition to supporting the James Conklin Scholarship Endowment, named for her father, and the women's lacrosse program, this gift also includes a significant impact to our Alumni Association, one that will strengthen our ring tradition by ensuring heightened and sustained support for the Clemson ring ceremony for years to come. Would you please join me in thanking Deb for her incredible generosity and for being such a wonderful example of love and loyalty for Clemson as we welcome her to the stage.
Thank you, Will. As we close this wonderful evening, absolutely one of my favorite of the year, I invite us all to reflect and then think about that question that is a single significance in our organization and within the Clemson family. It is so important that literally it is carved in stone on our campus. You can find these 4 words on Memorial Park next to the Scroll of Honor across from Memorial Stadium. How will you serve? The call to be of service is fundamental to be a Clemson alumnus. Our beautiful Clemson ring is the physical representation of the bond that connects Clemson and all of its alumni. At each ring ceremony, we encourage the newest group of students who for the first time put the Clemson ring on their finger to cherish it as a constant reminder to use their Clemson education, their Clemson experience, and their Clemson spirit to be of service to others wherever life may take them. How will you serve? It's a very profound and personal question. Each of the alumni being honored today and this evening is answering that specific question in their very own and special way. And because of that, they are having a remarkable impact for good in their professions, in their communities, and for Clemson. They are indeed role models for all of us as ever loyal alumni who are making the world a better place. Let's follow the example that they have set. So when each of us, in our very own and unique way, will be an additional positive role model for every future Clemson graduate who has earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. And as Will said in his opening remarks, Clemson was founded to be an additional light for the world. So let us always remember that Clemson's light in the world is often determined by how it shines through each and every one of us. Thank you for being part of tonight's celebration. Please stand now and join us in singing our alma mater.